not.
Up next, the Hawks taking on the Knicks. For Atlanta, they couldn't get the win in Game 5, but maybe a trip home could be just what the doctor ordered. Knicks, Hawks, round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Here in round 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs matchup, Game 6 tonight with everything on the line. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. You look at the Hawks. What a huge game tonight for this team. Down 3-2. They have to win at home to extend this series.
And I'll tell you what, B.A., these fans know that. You get the sense they are extra rowdy. They understand what their team needs.
Pass to Johnson. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. For 3, McCollum knocks down the triple.
Off the pass, McCollum can be instantaneous. He doesn't think, he just shoots.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Now here's Towns. Over a Kongu. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Outside Johnson. And the Hawks with another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 4-point game. The 3 is up. Hits a 3-pointer.
This guy won't give an inch. Brunson answers back with a 3 of his own. You've got to love it.
Down low. Daniels outside. Outside, Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCollum. Drives to the hoop. From deep, Johnson. And Anunoby pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Lets it fly. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist by Towns. Brunson's got 5.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Alexander Walker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a triangle. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. Inside. Shot's good by Hart.
So confident in the painted area. Josh Hart understands how to score inside.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Alexander Walker. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Towns. It's stolen by Daniels. McCollum outside. No good with the triple. For New York, they've gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. And it's New York scoring again.
Well, with the high release point on Mikal Bridges' jumper, it's very hard to contest. Just a matter of being consistent now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to catch up with Atlanta's head coach for a minute. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Johnson. Pass to Okongwu. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Boy, that's what you call great thinking on the fly. Passing on the shot in midair and laying it off to the open man.
Here's Brunson on the take. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
Here's Alexander Walker. Knocks down the long J. Alexander Walker's got 5 points.
That's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Brunson against McCollum. And that one's good for Brunson.
Well, this is the very definition of Jalen Brunson's game. His ability to get past defenders and create for himself or his teammates. That is nicely done.
Now here's Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Yep, that one goes.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success. Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Hawks trail by 7. Pass to Johnson. Outside, Alexander Walker. From deep. Sinks it from distance. He's got 10.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Knicks leading by 4. Outside Brunson to the paint. Here's Diawara. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Takes a 3. Drains the triple.
Yeah, to me, it's always a great sign when the 3 ball is falling for Jordan Clarkson.
Here's Rizeshe. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. New York working the ball around now. And again, New York with the triple.
Jalen Brunson right now attacking without hesitation. His foot is on the gas pedal.
Bradley. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Well, he's checked in for the Hawks. McCollum comes in for Vincent. Free throw no good for Robinson. Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives, Doris.
BA, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
Here's McCollum. From outside the arc, sends it home from three-point land. McCollum's got 6 points.
And it's all about being in rhythm. McCollum excels at recognizing when he should shoot off the bounce.
Here's Brunson. Let's go with a three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's New York, closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. We'll be right back after this word. And welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. This Game 6 getting started. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for New York.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Hawks trail by 9. Outside Rizachet. It's deflected. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, great look for Rizachet. Close in, gets it done.
Here's Shaman. Rizachet covering. Rizachet with some nice D. Atlanta's gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. McCollum's shot is off. Knicks leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Towns. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
Heel to the ball. Towns covering. Clarkson on the double team. Back to Heel. And there's a pick. Off the mark there with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Clarkson for 3. He buries it from 3. And now it's a 12-point New York lead.
Boy, certainly looked like the defense was okay, letting him shoot from 3. But let's remember, he can hit some of these.
Pass to Rizachet. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And how about the skill of Rizachet? Able to outwork the contact and finish what he started.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or 2.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Brian, back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Gabe. And a switch here also for New York. Brunson's checked in. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Knicks leading by 8. Robinson, a screen on McCollum. And here's Brunson from the arc. Oh, Brunson with the triple.
Just good on-ball decision-making from Brunson right there. This guy a master of the pick and roll.
Here's Rizachet. The Knicks with the rebound. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And it's Clarkson missing. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Johnson for 3. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
New York has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. To the inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, Mitchell Robinson will take it to the rim with authority every chance he gets.
Hawks trail by 10. There's McCullough with the 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Well, you simply have to stay connected to him. His shooting stroke is that pure.
Now here's Brunson. 18 points for him. Counted from distance.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Rizachet. Give him 8. Here's Johnson. Oh, Robinson with a block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Here's Brunson. 21 points in the game. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. And now it's a 12-point Knick lead.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
McCollum, the pass to Kuminga. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
And that one's good. Clarkson.
Well, listen, he may not be lights out, but if you give him that good a look, he's going to hurt you.
Here's McCollum. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Brunson. New York leading by 13. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the rise of Jalen Brunson has been fun to watch, Doris. No one saw him being this good.
I would count myself amongst those people, VA, and it's extraordinary. Jalen Brunson has proven highly effective, all league level effective, without having elite athleticism or size. And what that speaks to is his intelligence on the basketball floor. He has proven without those 2 qualities that you can be effective at the highest levels of the game. You have to admire it. Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Daniels against Bridges. Here's Brunson outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
Daniels outside. And stolen by Brunson. Fast break. Here comes New York. Pass to Bridges. Stolen by Daniels. Here's Alexander Walker. And Anunoby pulls it down.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
And the basket by Bridges.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Hawks trail by 18. And it's Alexander Walker penetrating out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Kispert's checked in for Atlanta. And the Knicks with the possession here. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Here's Hart, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Johnson.
Well, there's a toughness to Josh Hart. You don't mess with him from a contact perspective. He will absorb it.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good for Hart.
Well, the intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size, that is Josh Hart.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. .157 left to play in the first half. Here's Daniels. Banked it in off the glass.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Anunoby, a screen on Johnson. Hart from long range. Rebounded by Daniels. Hawks trail by 18. Here's Johnson. Oh, my goodness! Yikes!
What a finish! Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Here's Brunson outside. And again for 3.
I mean, he is scorching hot right now. He could be on his way to setting a franchise postseason record with his shooting.
He's caught fire at the right time for this team. Stepped up big in the postseason for him. Back to Daniels. Fires the 3. That one's off. He's 2 for 3 in the game.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And that one's good for Brunson.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Alexander Walker with it. He's got 10. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward, right at the rim.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hart. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Oh!
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Here's Brunson outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ending the first half with an exclamation point. The three-pointer adding insult to injury.
It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the New York Knicks.
Well, you look at all the assisted buckets, I like how they're working together. Ball movement and selfless play can be infectious.
Excuse me, are infectious and contagious the same thing?
You're the doctor. Checking out how the Hawks are doing in this series. Things not looking great, trailing big. How do they rally back?
Oh, you're asking me? I don't know. I'll give it to Coach Kenny over there. Who you got, Jet?
Well, this is where pride has to kick in. Down in the series, backs against the walls, are you going to pack it in or do you want to battle?
That is the question. Men or mice? Got to stick with it. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
New York leading by 20. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Brunson's got 36 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And McCollum excels at everything on the court. And man, he is putting on a show.
Towns, right side. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Good! Another from 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Back to Okongwu. From down in the low post, it goes. Okongwu's got 8 points.
And he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
And I've got to believe that was something they talked about during the break. Get him some good looks into the paint, get into the heart of the defense. Beautiful.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. So it's Atlanta now. The Knicks making their last shot. Okongwu, a screen on Anunoby. It's Daniels with a drive. Here's a Kongwu. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Towns against Kongwu. Towns can't get it to go.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, B.A. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Back to you.
Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. Pass to Brunson. To the paint. Ball stolen. Alexander Walker with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. For 3, McCollum. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
Brunson against McCollum. Puts up a 3. Connects again from distance.
The three's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Yes, and now tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history.
Yeah, 10 triples equals Dame Lillard's buzzer-beating performance in 2019 when he waved goodbye to the Thunder.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. There's McCullough with the 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Bridges has got 11 points.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Daniels, that one's true.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Outside Hart. Inside. Here's Towns. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for the Knicks, Anthony Towns.
That one misses for Towns.
When Towns is healthy, he is an absolute force on the offensive end of the floor.
No problems knocking that one down. McCollum's got 9 points now in the second half.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Here's Brunson outside. And again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena in awe.
And you know he finds himself tied for 2nd place all time in 3-point makes for a playoff game.
Yeah, equaling Game 6 Clay, who buried OKC back in 2016 with 11 triples.
Left side, Anunoby. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Wow, a level of physicality brought to OG Anunoby, and he says, I can match that.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Daniels outside. Johnson for 3. Hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 11 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now here's Towns. He's got 10.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Here's Alexander Walker. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 14.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
Outside Brunson. Good! Another from 3.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop him?
And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made.
12 triples, putting him neck and neck with Dame Lillard's record-setting game in 2021.
5 to shoot. There's McCullough with the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Sohan comes in for Hart. Shamet, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Clarkson subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Now here's Sohan. Now Clarkson. Robinson on the wing. Clarkson outside. Pass to Brunson. Fires from deep. Connects again from distance.
What can you say but wow? I mean, he's done it. The most three-point makes in NBA playoff history.
A momentous achievement. One that'll surely be celebrated around the globe.
And Damian Lillard will have to content himself with second.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Rizachet. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Well, those are exactly the opportunity this offense is looking to create.
The kick out to Brunson. Back to Clarkson. Oh, deflected. Sohan, the pass to Clarkson. And he gets it to go. Clarkson's got 11 points.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Here's Hield. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, one thing we know about Jordan Clarkson, he's going to shoot it, Doris.
Well, B.A., he's been given the green light by virtually every coach he's played for. He's been one of those guys off the bench that you can count on for consistent productivity, and that's invaluable. Listen, the bench has got to produce if you're going to be an effective team.
And he's good on the second.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, one of those spark plug guys. You know you can put him in the game, and if he's got it going, he can ignite an offense. Boy, nice pass, a little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Here's Brunson. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Gets the three ball to go.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Gets stolen by Hield. Vincent outside, pass to Hield. Here's Rizachet. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 12.
Boy, no one is blocking that shot. Excellent use of the floater.
Here's Brunson outside. Another one falls. Amazing.
You see how easily he's getting buckets? To be this hot must be a heck of a feeling.
Man, and get this. He's now tied for the third most points in a playoff game ever.
Yeah, alongside Donovan Mitchell, who got 57 points in the bubble back in 2020.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. New York out in front, running away with this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Here's Rizachet. For three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Clarkson passes to Robinson. And the basket is good.
I'll tell you, a level of toughness on display for Mitchell Robinson. Send a message, young sir.
The three from Rizachet, and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
Alvarado, the pass to Towns. Launches a three, and it's Alvarado missing. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Down low, tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Hield uses the glass on the layup.
Well, Buddy Hield not backing down on the interior. He says, I got more than shooting in my game.
Clarkson passes to Robinson. No good on that one. His first miss. He's 4 for 5 now. And he lobs it up to the rim. And so the ball out of bounds. Hield touched it last.
Well, one guy's thinking zig, the other zag, and it's nothing good resulting.
The Knicks making a switch here. McBride's checked in. Here's Alvarado. Towns outside. Outside McBride. Towns on a screen. Three-pointer. McCollum pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Gay. And there it is for him.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
New York leading by 19. McBride on the wing. Back to Alvarado. New York working the ball around now. Clarkson for three. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Now here's Hield. Defense right on it. Here's Gay. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
And it really took a while, but they've started to find their form. And this run's making the deficit look a little bit more respectable.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson comes in for Rizachet, and Corey Kispert subbed in for Hield. New York also changing it up. Anunoby, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes yet another bucket.
And he now owns third place for most points in a playoff game.
Oh, just an incredible game. Nothing can slow him down.
And he's not far off from Baylor and Jordan. Can he keep it going? We'll see.
To the left side wing. Bridges against Kuminga. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For three, McCollum got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Brunson misses. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Johnson, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
Well, this is a case where you use your size to full advantage, exactly what you're looking for.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Boy, maybe nothing more important than what just happened. Protecting the rim without fouling.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Knicks leading by 13. Pass to Brunson. Lets the three fly. Gay with a rebound. The Hawks have gone 7 of 8 in this fourth quarter. Three-pointer Kispert. Jalen Brunson grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Intercepted. Kispert outside. Count that one. Kispert's gotten his first bucket of the night. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They lead by 11. The three. That one no good. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. And here's Kispert from the arc. And they recover it.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare, free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Gay. Daniels comes in for Kuminga. And it's Alexander Walker in for Kispert. And there it is!
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend the...
Good! That's another bucket!
And he set a new all-time record for single-game scoring in the playoffs.
Oh, a night to remember. And for those of us fortunate enough to witness it, one I'm sure we'll never forget.
And Michael Jordan, the GOAT, holding that top spot for decades. To see him surpassed, wow, just crazy.
Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 9. Johnson fires. Yes, sir! From 13 feet.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Booyah! He sinks the triple.
It's gotten to the point where you have to chase Jalen Brunson off the perimeter. This guy will really hurt you from deep.
McCollum. And that's in.
Boy, this is how you move the ball effectively. They're not just passing it around the horn. They are passing with a purpose.
Brunson taking his time here. And another one.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Takes a step back. McCollum. And he gets it from 15.
Yeah, the craftiness of McCollum. Smooth in that mid-range area.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They've got a 9-point lead. Count it!
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Knicks.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And they shut the door on the series, taking it 4-2.
The big key for them, avoiding Game 7. You always want to close it out before one of those.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jalen Brunson.
I'll tell you, he was their engine all game long, setting his teammates up for success.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
From downtown. Oh, the shot is off. Brunson. Oh, money! They've won it. Next up, conference semifinals. And with this win in Game 6, they've won the series. They've got to be happy to be moving on.
And it was a competitive series for sure, one that they can build off of moving forward.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.